You've written so passionately about feminists, and there's the essay you wrote, Feminists Don't Wear Pink, in the book, where you talk about childbirth so graphically and so realistically. Why was that important to you to portray it the way it really is?
I don't know if it's true in America, but in England, there was a recent study that said that almost 50% of new mothers are suffering from mental health issues. I think culturally there is a big demand on women to not speak their truths and to hide their experiences. And I think for some people that experience of early motherhood maybe is easy, and maybe their children do sleep all the way through, and maybe their birth has been the easiest thing in the entire world. Maybe that's true. But for many, 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 many women, it's not. And I think that when you are facing what I think could be called a mental health crisis, if that's right, and there is 50% of new mothers who are suffering in that way, I think culturally we have to change the conversation around it, because it's clearly not helping a vast group of people.
And you clarified your comments that you had written in your essay about Kate Middleton. What did you want people to take away from that conversation?
Well, I think it's pretty clear in the essay. So I would say read the whole essay and not just a tiny bit that's been lifted out by certain media organisations. I think it was just an absolute moment of empathy from one female body to another that had just been through the same experience, and a complete moment of realisation of what our societies, what our cultures demands of us, which, I would never judge any woman for how they respond to society's demands, but I do judge the society that demands them.
And I love what you write about feeling invincible as a mom.
Yeah.
How has it strengthened you and empowered you?
How's it strengthened and empowered? I think this is the other thing about making it look easy and trying to say that it's all fine, is that it takes your achievement away. Because actually it's not easy, and it's really difficult. And I'm speaking from a place of incredible privilege, where I both have an incredibly supportive family, and I can afford really good childcare. And it's still, when you can have those two things, it is still phenomenally difficult. I think where it gives you strength is that you go, but I'm doing it. I'm not doing it perfectly, and there are days when I feel like I can't do it, but I am doing it. We're still fine. We're connected. You're great. I'm great. Okay, there's tantrums, and maybe from me and maybe from her, and whatever. But that's strength. It's not strength if something's easy. It's strength when it's difficult and you come through it.
And I imagine you deal with guilt like all moms do.
Course.
Like being away from your daughter.
I'm unbelievably guilty right now. I'm sitting in LA. She's in London. I can't bring her to LA because the body clock, you can't bring a 3-year-old on a 2-day trip to LA. Of course I feel guilty. Of course I do. Constantly. You're split in a million different ways, But equally, I know, and I think I talk again in that essay about how unbelievably proud I was of my mother when she was working. And I was unbelievably proud of the life that she had outside our home. And I think that formed me as a woman. And so I'm also absolutely trying to show my daughter, even though she is just 3, that she must go forth, and she must not be silenced, and she must have a full life that is both one in a family and one outside for herself.